Alright. Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Happy. Well, let me go ahead and switch colors for ya. Happy versus Yumiko. This game taking place here on Northern Isle. Happy has spawned as the red undead over here on the top right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Yumiko has spawned as the blue human over here on the bottom left. We are looking at a human versus undead matchup, and well, timing on the farm is going to be a little bit late, delaying that archmage, but well, it does get a little bit more gold, and it looks like the peasants are actually being microed. As you can take a look, trying to click on them and then return them back. No, it actually doesn't seem like he's highlighting them, so not 100% sure how all of that is going. Meanwhile, we are looking at a pretty standard build coming in from Yumiko. Yeah, it was actually kind of close. If he hadn't had Panda ultied, he would have preserved the... Yep. Yeah. Let's take a look at what's happening on the other side of the map. Altar of Darkness is nearly done. It is going to be a Death Knight going up against most likely an... Oh, Mountain King. Now, as of late, there is a big petition to try and get that Mountain King, well, powered down. And I actually like the fact that there is two things to consider. Before 90, and I would say about 85% of the matchups, the Archmage was always the first hero, because the Archmage's brilliance aura later on was almost necessitated. Necessitated because of the Arcane Sanctum and the possibilities of trying to go casters. And basically, the Archmage was just as a walking fountain of mana for all of your casters to bolster your entire army. Now that the Mountain King with support heroes is incredibly powerful, we're actually starting to see a shift of Mountain King Blood Mage or Mountain King Archmage as well. Let's take a look at this back across here. There is that Thunderclap, that dreaded or loved Thunderclap, depending on which side of the fence you stand upon. Mountain King going to be able to clear out this 5/4/4 creep camp, and it will get taken out. Mountain King picking up a potion of greater mana, a perfect item, allowing him to get even more Thunderclaps as he gets to level 2. What do I think of the Naga race? Well, the Naga race was not a full-blown race, unfortunately. They tried to make it They tried to make WarCraft 3 Frozen Throne into 5 races. They actually built the additional buildings for them as well, but they couldn't get the balance quite right, and that is one of those issues. StarCraft Brood War was already be incredibly balanced when there was 2 races or 3 races, and having those 3 races and there's differing strategies was incredibly important. Adding in a 4th race, well, that even shifts things even more into the realm of craziness, as you're not quite sure. Well, if one race and one matchup needs to be balanced a little bit more, how do you make that matchup a little bit better without affecting the other matchups, which could have good diversity and win-loss ratios? Is that the word parity? Is that the word I'm looking for? Anyways, Mountain King now making its way back down. Footman going to go ahead and engage. There is the 5/4/3 creep camp, or 5/4/3/2 creep camp here. Big Thunderclap across multiple units, as the Mountain King already has some great items. There's a Death Coil denying the Mountain King that bit of experience. Is the Mountain King able to pick that one up? Yes, picks up a Talisman of Evasion. That is going to be incredibly important item, as well as we're going to be looking at a big surround onto Happy's. Well, Crypt Fiend could end up getting taken down here. 1 or 2 shot. Death Coil also late, followed by a Stormbolt, and Happy follows up this play and is now absolutely bleeding. The Death Knight knows that burning a Scroll of Town Portal not really worth it. Well, nope. Happy actually opting to burn the Scroll of Town Portal there, gets to level 2, and pulls back all of those units. Death Knight getting up to level 2 right there after the death of an additional, I believe it was a peasant off of the north, as the Mountain King sitting at level 2, well, not at level 3 because of that Death Coil steal. You gotta believe if that Mountain King was at level 3, well, the game would be in a drastically different direction. Level 2 Thunderclap with a Potion of Greater Mana this early in the game would change the overall creep speed of this army, even though there is only 3 or 4 3 or 4 units. All right, there you go. There's a unit. There is, well, getting up to level 3. Is the Mountain King going to be able to make anything of it? Perhaps try and take down some of these skeletal minions to at least gain a bit of experience. Stormbolt onto a Crypt Fiend. There it goes. That was actually a level, was that a level 2 Stormbolt? I can't quite tell, as the Crypt Fiend gets taken down again. Are we going to get another Stormbolt again? That is the question now. Death Knight Footman trying to slip away, down to 62 hit points. Mountain King actually body blocks himself, forcing the Mountain King to perhaps try and, well, deny that own Footman. Mountain King shifting back once more. Death Knight heading back off to the north. Yeah, Stormbolt is level 2. Things you got to just keep track of based on how the game is unfolding and how it looks. Thunderclap, well, that does make a lot of sense. Thunderclap is a very, very powerful ability if your opponent is going for a very quote-unquote wide army. A wide army, what I mean by that is a lot of units that generally have lower hit points. And then a Mountain King's Thunderclap is extremely effective in those matchups. We saw how effective it was even against skeletal minions in a previous matchup. If you guys didn't catch it, that was a great game to watch as a big Frost Nova lands onto the Footman. Footman now all slowed up. He could get taken down right there. 1 or 2 more shots. There it goes. Stormbolt, however, onto the Death Knight, and Happy perhaps not realizing how close he was to death right there. There is a big Thunderclap as the Mountain King, well, trying to go after that unit there. Another Stormbolt, and down it goes. All right, for all of the hate that Thunderclap has gotten lately, Yumiko once again showing level 2 Stormbolt is nothing to laugh at either. Footman, Mountain King, shifting back off to the north now. Death Knight, resurrected from that tavern, hence the half-life and low on mana, as the units are, well, continuing to engage. Mountain King looks like it may come across another undead creeping, and this could just go from bad to worse as the Mountain King shows up. Everyone's, well, uninvited guest, the dwarf with no manners, ready here to just come on in and give a clap or a storm bolt, as well as the creeps are just, well, able to do a fair amount of damage and disrupting a lot of all of this healing. Mountain King actually getting blasted by the Forest Troll High Priest as its units are still making their way back. Let's take a look at this. Mountain King doesn't want to try and steal anything here. Are we going to see a Stormbolt? Yes, Stormbolt steal, and now going to just run away as there's no more items no more room for any items. All right, let's take a look. Footmen, what were they doing? Diving on across here to try and do a little bit of disruption. Expansion is now upgrading to tier 2. We are also getting up a blacksmith as well. Bone Dog, thank you for tuning in as well, as we're looking at more Footmen joining in on the fight. Death Knight here ready to go. Lich here ready to go.
Job done.
As the obsidian statues are now making their way back down.
Research complete. Our forces are under attack.
All right. Black Citadel currently getting upgraded. Meanwhile, back across over here, Death Knight sitting at level 3, going after a 644 creep camp. Death Knight taking a lot more damage, though, as it's being forced to pull back away. If the Mountain King was just right there, it would have sniped it down without a problem, but that is just an illusion and confused me as well. Death Knight now making its way back over. Let's take a look. Mountain King gonna get here, ready to engage and make its way back over. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say about a 7 on how excited I am for Reforge, just because I don't know if this is going to be the, well, just reintroduction and revitalization of WarCraft 3 at least in the Americas. It really never took off as it did as in the other places. Mountain King teleporting all the way to the back here, and now has easy access. Death Knight unable to get in there. Another Acolyte could end up getting taken down, as we're looking at the Footman now going to be throwing up Defend. Mountain King gets up to level 4, and we could perhaps just be trying to take down this Haunted Gold Mine now. Ghouls are now making their way inside here. A Thunderclap or something could finish off many of these ghouls as well. Scroll of Town Portal coming back across, and a lot of mining was lost there. A Footman gets taken out as, well, he was just sticking around far too long. Another downside for Happy. Happy was in the process of upgrading to Tier 3, which means that any Acolyte lost during this time cannot be retrained. He is now running on three Acolytes and still has at least another, 20 seconds to go before he's going to finish this upgrade and then start being able to train up those Acolytes. All right, that Staff of Teleportation, was it genius or was it suicide? That is the question, as Yumiko does have a slight supply advantage here. Happy sitting at 43 supply, but has a large army of Crypt Fiends, surprisingly, as we are now going to be looking at Riflemen joining in on the battle as well. Blood Mage, yes, you guys called it, is back onto the field, ready to siphon mana from the opponent and give it to that very, very greedy Mountain King, who just wants all the mana pots and all the mana in the entire world for himself. Mountain King shifting back off over here. Blood Mage as a secondary hero has become significantly more popular, as well the abilities of the human army are just that much stronger as well. Stormbolt straight up onto that Shaman right there, siphoning all of that mana away. Blood Mage should give that mana back to the Mountain King, who should be throwing out more Stormbolts as well. There you go. Final shot. It does get taken down. Blood Mage picks up, or was it the Mountain King? No, Blood Mage picks up a Ring of Protection +4. All right, Scroll of Town Portal maybe inbound. Yes, it is. Crypt Fiends want to get out of the bad spot here. Let's see where the unit's going to land. Right up there. There was the Thunderclap across multiple units. Crypt Fiends going to get stomped there, as we can see another Thunderclap coming across here. Blood Mage gets up to level 2. Siphon mana. Death Knight needs to get away. Mountain King still amongst all of the units, but there are no healers and there are no casters in this army. There's the other Thunderclap. Stormbolt beats the Death Knight due to airtime travel, as the Mountain King, well, needs to get a little bit more mana too. Siphon mana could be coming in. No, there's the Silence. Potion of Healing onto that Mountain King. Siphon of mana coming across inside here. There is a Stormbolt onto a Crypt Fiend, followed by a Thunderclap. How much damage can that Mountain King really do? More fighting pushing through. 51 supply compared to 44. Mountain King gets silenced again. Blood Mage out of mana, unable to siphon mana from anything, as the unit's still shifting around. Rifleman still trying to go after some units here. And let's look at that. Well, those are just illusions. Not going to be able to kill anything at all. 54 supply compared to 48. Happy has been able to close in on this gap rather nicely, as we're now finally seeing Priest join in on the fight. Obsidian statues are in the back. Mountain King a little bit low on hit points, doesn't want to venture forth as of yet. Let's take a look at this Clarity Potion on that Mountain King. It looks like they're going to be doing a little bit of a push here in just a moment, but you got to remember the priests are rather low on mana without that Brilliance Aura from the Archmage. All right, Silence. Beautiful silence timing from the Dark Ranger, as now no more mana means that Mountain King can try and dive on in. Mountain King purposely double backing around. Siphon mana. Stormbolt onto the Lich. Lich unable to back away, followed by the Clap, as the Death Knight, well, able to disrupt some of that there. Mountain King is still trying to engage. Well, Stormbolt onto what did it Stormbolt? I don't know what it Stormbolted there, as the Mountain King, well, backing away, trying to get some more potions of healing and trying to re-engage. Militia called over as well. 57 supply compared to 49. And Yumiko is not that much in the lead. Another Thunderclap comes across. Mountain King trying to back away. A Stormbolt onto an Abomination. Abomination going to have a big heal, though, as the Mountain King gets in another clap as well. Siphon mana away from the Lich. Lich going to be able to back away. Mountain King Still has plenty of mana. Stormbolt onto the Dark Ranger. And, well, Mountain King is really winning out on those battles because of just how much mana he has. If you were invested this much mana on any, well, heavy mana-intensive hero, your battles would be going just as well. As that Mountain King gets a Stormbolt off onto a Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend gets Dark Ritualed or Death Pact. I can't quite tell the difference between the two. Mountain King now looking to back away. Lich has some more mana. More Siphon mana getting underway here. Priest low on mana here. Siphon mana again. Lich trying to break away. Mountain King is down to the south here. Can it get enough damage? As we're taking a look at the Rifleman just doing target practice back and forth. Mountain King Stormbolts onto the Crypt Fiend. Doesn't get the level because he was too far away, though, and that's what I think Yumiko was going for. He knew he was just shy of level 5. He wanted the chase after that Crypt Fiend. Oh, a big Frost Nova there, and the Mountain King dies. Mountain King lost. Yumiko now in serious trouble as this army was really focusing on that Mountain King effectiveness. That Blood Mage really not good at supporting any other heroes. But I guess if you've got the gold to spend, might as well spend it as the Mountain King, well, gets a little bit more mana again. Dropped the pendant and then picked it back up after the Siphon mana as the priests are still trying to heal back and forth. Mountain King here ready to engage. Blood Mage trying to get every little bit of mana from all of these units. This one Obsidian statue should be the primary target now as it is now hiding in the back. All right, Siphon mana. Death Knight purposely backs away but loses a little bit of precious mana again. Dark arrows, black arrows from the Dark Ranger doing their job. As the units are now making their way back over. Another Dark Arrow attack gets another skeletal minion out onto the field. And these black arrows are really starting to take their toll as the skeletal minions doing terrible damage and giving much mana to that needed Lich. Happy looking to mine away, mining over here at that 12 o'clock position again. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Main bases still has a little bit of mining to go. 3,500, 4,300. This expansion, 3,300. The expansion is going to run out of gold before the main base. And this is one of those situations where if you do not know the map very well, you may think that you are still okay for gold when Yumiko could easily fall very far behind. Skeletal minion, there it goes, gives the Mountain King level 5 with 510 mana. That Mountain King is going to be absolutely scary. More Riflemen getting added in. 2-1 upgrades. Let's take a look. Siphon mana, just outside of range. That Blood Mage was trying to get every bit of mana from that Dark Ranger to shut down any sort of silence play. Thank you for the kind words, everyone. Let's take a look at this. Happy still continuing to push. I don't know. This game is much closer than I think the Twitch chat is giving it credit for. Happy is putting in a lot of pressure. Yumiko, if he was just playing around with his food might come back to bite him. As Yumiko is having a difficult time trying to put pressure here. All right, there goes a Stormbolt. Are we going to see the death of a unit? Death Coil in time to save. Frost Armor also saving right there. That additional armor, absolutely key. Now, the Obsidian statues in the back, replacing much of the mana. Death Knight, where's it going? Gonna pick up something from the merchant or Goblin Marketplace. Picks up a Mana Stone. A very useful item at this stage and point in the game. 67 compared to 65. Happy using the Mana Stone, going shopping like it's Black Friday and finding exactly what he needs. Farms are going to get taken down here. And you got to remember, this gold mine, it may not even be worth saving here in just a moment. As we're looking at, let's take a look at this. Yeah, Town Hall here. If this castle gets taken down, that would be a big problem. Death Coil in time saves. However, Death Knight ventured a little bit too close as one Death Coil, another follow-up Death Coil may be needed. There it goes once again. Death Knight still hiding in the back here. That Mana Stone definitely worth it, as it was able to save that Crypt Fiend while taking much of the attention away from the rest of the army. Paladin now added in as a third hero. Abomination gonna take a lot of damage. Deathcoil trying to save. Thunderclap. Death Knight really wishing he was level 4 or level 5 right now, as we're looking at the Abomination taking way too much damage. Orb of Fire is on the Mountain King to try and deny any sort of healing. Holy Light saving that Mountain King again. But the real issue is that the gold mine of Yumiko is going to run out here. These gold mine at the expansion doesn't have very much. And all of a sudden, Happy is going to be the only one mining at a gold mine when his opponent isn't mining anything at all. All right, Crypt Fiends are out. Dark Ranger, Death Knight, Happy taking this opportunity to get some necessary levels. Meanwhile, the Mountain King cannot get any stronger from creeping. And, well, Inner Fire, also a questionable choice, as we have Destroyers ready to go. Let's take a look at this. Gonna go ahead and engage Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight mana. Oh, big Thunderclap right there, dealing massive damage. More damage coming through, as we're going to look at a banish onto that Griffin to try and get away. Silence, more units still engaging back and forth. Crypt Fiend, 69 compared to 73. There goes another priest, as we may see some dark rituals for that Lich, who still wants much more mana. Blood Mage out of mana. Paladin sitting at level 1. Mountain King at level 5. Very strong. But if the Dark Ranger gets to level 3, and the Lich gets to level 5, all bets are off. Or Lich and Death Knight get to level 5, all bets are off on who's going to win. Happy will now have taken the lead, as the gold mines are nearly mined out. All right, big deals right here. Is there enough Crypt Fiends with upgrades to deal with this transition into Griffins? That is the question now, as the Riflemen now make their way off to the north here to try and clear out this creep camp. Mountain King should purposely back off, maybe land one Thunderclap, and that is pretty much it, as you don't want that Mountain King to steal the experience from the Paladin and the Blood Mage. However, Happy's army is here, ready to engage and catch his opponent while he's creeping. No, he's going to be doing creeping of his own. I take it back. Death Knight, Dark Ranger will definitely get to level 3. Whether or not the Lich and the Death Knight get to level 5 is another question all entirely. There's level 3 on the Dark Ranger. Let's take a look. Death Knight doesn't look like it's going to make it. Neither does the Lich. Additional items picked back up. The Blood Mage now sitting at 3. Paladin still sitting at 1. So no one leveling up in those fights, as Yumiko now tries to set up an expansion off over here on the top left. Here we go. There's the engagement. There's a couple of webs trying to focus down units. Anti-magic shell across many of Happy's units. Crypt Fiend are getting taken down. The Griffin Riders pretty much not doing much of anything. Death Knight unable to do anything here, as that Blood Mage is just siphoning so much mana away. Death Knight could try and get a Death Coil off onto that lone unit. There's a Lightning Shield onto an Abomination, and that might eat away much as well. Mountain King in serious trouble. Is it going to be able to get away? Mountain King down to 111 hit points, and it looks like it will be able to escape, as it's battling it up here. Lich still battling its way through. Scroll of Town Portal being used here. Dark Ranger going to try and engage. One Griffin going to get taken down. This Arcane Vault is not going to stand. No more mining for Yumiko. Happy is sitting comfortably on 2 bases for now, and we still have much time to go. If my boss starts complaining that I don't show up for work until 11, I'm giving him your Twitch ID. Yeah. Personal responsibility, man. Personal responsibility. Happy. Currently sitting at 90 supply. Very large army here, ready to push. This Happy knows that he doesn't need to engage straight up. He can wait until his army is perfect and know that he can replenish all of his units fairly fast. Let's take a look in the corner of the map here. I am a programmer as well. Abominations coming across. Crypt Fiends. Obsidian statues. Lich all here ready to go. Let's take a look at what's happening next. Crypt Fiends coming across. Murloc's getting cleaned up. Lich gets to level 5. Death Knight is at level 5. So 5-5-3. Just what the doctor ordered. Peasants now making a little bit of a long distance walk here. What is going on? What is Happy not engaging? He's sitting at 80/90 right now. And really, over here is where all the action should be. It would give additional levels to the Paladin. Brilliance Aura now on the Paladin, level 3. And this could be the exact change that we were looking for, giving Brilliance Aura to the priests. And, well, the Blood Mage is often needs Brilliance Aura as well, as it may end up giving too much mana to the Mountain King, and it needs time to recharge. Yumiko is now definitely back in this game if he can hold, and with 2-1 Rifleman, he may be able to do exactly that. All right, let's take a look at this. Peasants making their way over. They're going to be backing away. Mountain King says, you know what? Do you want to show up here? Here's a bunch of anti-magic shell here ready to go. They're going to be coming around that corner in just a second. As, well, one peasant going to end up getting taken down. Let's take a look at this. Trying to speed build to this town hall. Not that many units. There goes the engagement. Riflemen are all right there. Blood Mage is back. There's the Thunderclap. Mountain King is amongst so many units as the Griffin now looks to back up here. Already gonna get, oh, there's a lightning shield there as Mountain King is just trying to get as many thunderclaps out as possible. All right, there's a holy light. Mountain King, no, potion of lesser invulnerability, thunderclap, siphon mana. Death Knight now out of mana. Militia coming in from the back. This is a squeeze play, even though the peasants may end up getting taken down. Another thunderclap, more storm bolting. Mountain King trying to live up to his name as the king drops the pendant, uses the potion of mana, picks it back up, still has 220 mana, and climbing as the Mountain King should be able to get up another big thunderclap right there. Oh, Yumiko with this amazing comeback. Mountain King is healing back up once more. Paladin now with mana as well. Another thunderclap, another holy light, another crypt fiend down. Siphon mana. Death Knight not going to be able to do much. Mountain King in trouble. Holy light right there. Is he going to be able to save himself as all the units are trying to flee? And Happy down to 53 supply as we are now mining over here on the bottom right. Oh, what a play right there. Happy now in serious trouble as he only has 6 minutes left mining there. He's going to be forced... Oh, nope, I take it back. He's already mining on the top left as well. All of that engagement. And I thought for a moment that Happy... Thank you for the follow. Wow, that's loud when I'm wearing headphones. Thank you for the follow. All that time I thought that Happy was in trouble, but he has an expansion of his own, 2 bases to 1. Death Coil, Frost Nova, and then backing away as well. Lich, if it can, well, get another big Frost Nova, that would be absolutely key right there. Trying to devour magic. Mountain King dives on in. Where's the silence? There it goes. Silence on him. You can't see it because of the health bar, but there was a silence on him for just a split second as the units are still engaging off there. Skeletal minions constantly getting sacrificed. Lich with so much mana, if they can just, well, Lich, Death Coil, Frost Nova constantly, that could be enough to win out on the battle. There's a Stormbolt, Anti-Magic Shell. There you have it. There's the Thunderclap, but not really killing any of the units in the back. Death Knight doesn't land any Death Coils as these units are now trying to retreat. Another Stormbolt shaking off that damage as well, there is a slow now. Death Coil onto the Dark Ranger. Dark Ranger trying to head back. Mountain King could get off another Thunderclap. There goes one Banshee. There goes another. Or is it going to be straight up 3? A potion of mana. Stormbolt again. Mountain King with so much micro. Yumiko is now completely trying to outplay with sheer Mountain King hero micro. But the units may end up falling too. Mountain King battling it up. Are we going to see a Thunderclap? Let's take a look. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight, well, death of a unit there. Let's take a look. Come on, just take down that Crypt Fiend. There it goes. More fighting still underway. We could see another Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight now out of mana. Mountain King now purposely pulling back. All right. This isn't WarCraft 3 anymore. It's Dota. It's Dota trying to control 3 heroes. Mountain King back in on this fight. Orb of Fire causing major problems as the Orb of Fire disrupts the healing onto those destroyers as well. Paladin does not have an Orb of Fire, but that Brilliance Aura giving Priest the ability to heal is just absolutely huge. Happy is still even in this game, even though he's been taking the wrong end of a thunderclap for the past 6 minutes because of this expansion in the top left. All right. Priest are here, still ready to go. Let's take a look. Well, Stormbolt onto a Banshee. Banshee trying to stay alive, not going to end up doing so. Lich could have tried to Dark Ritual it, but didn't do so, as the Mountain King now getting closer to its ultimate ability. Let's take a look. Death Knight, Dark Ranger, Lich, 5-5-3 on Happy's units. Happy up on 2 bases. However, Blood Mage with mana causing major problems as well. Mountain King up to 465 mana right now. That Blood Mage really needs that Brilliance Aura to suck more mana away. One Goblin Zeppelin perhaps trying to drop and disrupt in the back here. And that may be enough. All right, Lich here, ready to go. Units continuing to fight here, ready to go. Let's take a look. Where are all of these units going to next? That is the question. As well, the Griffins are going to be transitioning over. Well, no, attack straight up on the base, but there is no strategic importance of these buildings right now. They're not providing resources. They're not really training up anything. It's more of a harassment technique at this point and stage, as this Dark Ranger really wants to drop and cause some problems. All right, Black Arrows. Let's see if it can kill some of those key units. Let's take a look. Oh, pack back up, Priest back down, as the units are going to try and engage here. Griffins going straight after that Dark Ranger. Goblin Zeppelin now needs to retreat back. Mountain King says, you know what? If you're going to attack my base, I'll just attack yours. But there's an army here ready to go. All right, anti-magic shell here across multiple units. Goblin Zeppelin going to go ahead and drop here in just a second as well. Obsidian statues are in the back. This guy needs to find a way to get healed. And, well, let's take a look. No, well, the Griffins were trying to dive in on them pretty quickly. Death Knight and, well, split attack force having some major problems. Who actually came out ahead there? This one Obsidian statue almost lost right there. Oh, if you were not careful enough. All right, in comes the engagement. Mountain King, are we going to see Siphon Mana? Well, there goes a unit as well. Griffins are in the air, ready to push back against multiple units. Anti-Magic Shell trying to save. Banshee's Thunderclap absorbing as much and devouring as much magic as possible. Inner Fire with Curse as another Thunderclap lands down. Mountain King could drop that pendant, yet picks it back up here, ready to go again. Could be landing another Thunderclap here, trying to finish off all of these units. Where is that Thunderclap? There it goes. 71 compared to 40 right now, as Yumiko is losing. Mountain King now up to level 6. Are we going to just see another another Thunderclap? Units trying to make back every which way. There's another Thunderclap again. And Yumiko may not be able to win here. Just too many units lost. Happy still sitting at 70. Additional gold mine in the corner may be the difference, even though that Mountain King is having a field day going after so many undead units. Griffin, another Griffin now taken down. Siphon Mana. Mountain King, Avatar now engaging. Let's take a look. Still trying to fight their way through. Units trying to head back. Avatar is in a bit of retreat. There is a big Thunderclap there. Banshees, well, taking damage once again. Mountain King is still trying to lead this army as a one-man with support, but is it going to be enough? Abomination could get taken down. Abomination now trying to run back away again. Paladin still alive here. Brilliance Aura, another Thunderclap. 29 supply compared to 77, and somehow these 3 heroes are just still absolutely scary. Thunderclap again. Paladin is in serious trouble though, as it is low on mana. Mountain King is immune to magic, throws down another Thunderclap. Is it going to be able to save or take down an Abomination? Does not look like it, as the Mountain King down to 585 hit points after a 400 hit point heal. this base will finally get lost, and it will end up being 1 base to 0. And with that, I believe Happy has taken the commanding lead. Yumiko obviously getting more out of his units, but still not gonna be enough. All right, let's take a look. Abomination gonna finish off. The army gonna finish off this base. Yumiko is in serious trouble. Acolytes could actually transition back over to try and mine here. Mountain King Paladin, thank you for the follow. Mountain King, Blood Mage, Paladin gonna make its way over here to the top left and clear out this mining here right now. And then, well, at that point, all Yumiko needs to do is beat a 79 supply army with a 31 supply army. All right, let's take a look at this. There goes one Acolyte. Acolytes are just going to be falling left and right pretty much at this point. Holy Light finishing off all of these units here. No more mining underway. Siphon mana into the Mountain King. Mountain King all topped off here, ready to go. As the, well, anti-magic shell will quickly get cast. We are summoning up another haunted gold mine over here on the bottom right. But this may be too little too late. No one's going to be able to train up any more units. But with that said, Happy has a huge advantage. All right, Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight going to continue to try and engage. Death Coil onto the Blood Mage. Blood Mage healed back up. Silence onto the Mountain King. Mountain King, is it going to be able to get off a big Thunderclap? Anti-magic shell across multiple units. There's the Thunderclap there, dealing big damage. Mountain King, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability transferred as the Mountain King now trying to retreat back again. Holy Light should be ready on that Mountain King here in just a moment. Staff of Sanctuary should be used on some of these other priests as well to heal them back up, as we're going to be looking at an engagement. Mountain King here, ready to go. Mountain King, there's the Thunderclap. Mountain King could get taken down. Holy Light saves again. Lich unable to get the necessary damage off. Still fighting their way through. Let's see, are we going to get a silence? Yes, we are. Holy Light, more healing. Avatar, not enough mana for a clap. Unable to siphon. And with that, this may be it. There's that Thunderclap, but the heals not coming in quickly enough. Mountain King still alive temporarily, as it's down to 255 hit points. 195 low hit point A-Bomb trying to hide in the back again. Mountain King with another Thunderclap, still unable to save these battles though, as the Mountain King continually retreats. Low hit point Abomination, Siphon mana. Mountain King could come back with another Thunderclap again, just slowing all those units around once more. Mountain King still looking to engage. There's the Siphon mana. There's the Thunderclap. There's a surround on a level 6 Mountain King. No Holy Light. Is there a Holy Light coming inbound? There's a Thunderclap. There goes one Abomination. But the Mountain King falls, and that should pretty much be the game. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy, able to win by taking the economic advantage. Thanks for watching, guys.